You'll be surprised to know that there are some girls that use juju and spiritual powers to make their hair look beautiful. Sit back and relax as I share the story of Chiamaka and her demonic hair secret. The village of Umueze was known for its beauty and charm. The sun rose over the small village of Umueze, making everything warm and bright. The air always smelled sweet from the palm trees and river flowing nearby. Umueze was a quiet village surrounded by green forests and big farms. The villagers lived simple lives, growing their food as farmers, catching fish and trading with other villagers. But little did anyone know that one of its admired girls in the village, her name was Chiamaka, had a very dirty secret. At first, Chiamaka was the envy of all the girls in the village, with her luscious long hair that fell down her back like a waterfall. Her classmates would always gather around her, marveling and admiring her hair and begging her to reveal her secret. But Chiamaka smiled. Behind Chiamaka's smile was a very dark secret. Every night, under the light of the full moon, Chiamaka would sneak out of her hut and venture into the forest. There, she would now go and meet one mysterious figure known as Neoma. Neoma was an ancestral spirit who possessed the power to grant beauty and fine looks, but at a very costly price. Neoma, an ancient spirit with glowing eyes, will weave a spell of beauty around Chiamaka's hair to make it look extraordinarily beautiful, but only if Chiamaka will pay her price and make the sacrifices that she wanted. At first, the sacrifices were small. She only wanted Chiamaka to bring a chicken and a goat, but as time went on, Neoma's demands grew more sinister. Chiamaka's classmates began to notice a change in her. She began to withdraw and isolate herself, as if a shadow had fallen across her soul. They now whispered among themselves, wondering what could be the cause of Chiamaka's transformation. One brave girl, Neka, decided to follow Chiamaka at one of her midnight journeys. She trailed Chiamaka through the forest, watching in surprise as Chiamaka made her sacrifice to Neoma. Neka realized that Chiamaka's beauty came at a terrible cost. She vowed to expose Chiamaka's secret, but Neoma's powers were too strong. The spirit cast a spell of silence over Chiamaka, making her unable to speak. The villagers did not know the darkness behind Chiamaka's beauty, continued to admire her, unaware of the terrible price she had to pay for her half-looking hair. And as time went on, Chiamaka's sacrifices became more and more sinister and scary. She began to bring Neoma's human offerings, taken from the village under the cover of darkness. The villagers began to notice that people in the village were disappearing, but they had no idea who and what was behind people disappearing. Chiamaka, still under Neoma's spell of silence, was consumed by guilt and horror. She knew that she had to find a way to break the spell and expose the secret, but she didn't know how. One day, a wise old man from a neighboring village came to Umueze. He was known for his knowledge of the ancient spirits and their ways. Neka sought him out, hoping that he could help break Neoma's spell. The old man listened to Chiamaka's story and nodded gravely. He told her that the only way to break the spell of Neoma was to gather a series of rare and precious herbs, said to have the power to counter Neoma's magic. Chiamaka set out on a dangerous journey to gather the ingredients in the forest. She traveled through the scorching desert, facing countless dangers along her way. And as she went on in the journey in the forest, Chiamaka encountered strange and mysterious creatures and spirits. She met a talking parrot who offered her a cryptic advice, and a wise old tortoise who taught her the secrets of the forest. But despite the dangers and the challenges she faced, Chiamaka refused to give up. She was determined to break one spell and free herself from her silence. After many long and difficult days, Chiamaka finally gathered all the ingredients. She returned to Umueze and she was eager to perform the ritual that would break Neoma's spell. But just as they were about to perform the ritual, Chiamaka appeared, her eyes blazing with anger and malice. "You will never break the spell," she hissed. "Neoma's power is too strong." And with that, Chiamaka vanished into the night, leaving Chiamaka and the old man to wonder what would happen next. The old man looked at Chiamaka with a serious face. "We must be careful, oh," he said. "Neoma's power is not to be underestimated." Chiamaka nodded, determination burning within her. "I'm ready," she said. "Let's perform the ritual and break Neoma's spell once and for all so I can rest." The old man nodded, and together they began the ritual. They lit candles, burned incense, and recited ancient incantations. And as they performed the ritual, the air grew thick with magic. Chiamaka felt the spell of silence begin to lift, and as she knew that and that was when she realized that she's finally free. But just as they were about to complete the ritual, Neoma again appeared. Her eyes were blazing with fury, and she said, "You fools!" and hissed, "You think you can defeat me?" And with that, Neoma unleashed a whiff of magic again, threatening to destroy everything on the old man's part and Chiamaka's part too. Chiamaka and the old man stood firm, ready to face Neoma's wrath. They raised their hands and a blast of white magic shot out, countering Neoma's dark spell. The two forces clashed in mid-air, creating a spectacular display of light and sound. The villagers who had gathered to watch the ritual were surprised in amazement. But Neoma was not one to be underestimated. She gathered all her powers, creating a massive wave of dark magic that threatened to engulf all the villagers. Chiamaka and the old man knew they had to act fast. They combined their powers, calling upon the ancient spirits to aid them. The air was filled with sound of drums and the smell of sacred herbs. Slowly but surely, the tide of the battle began to turn. Neoma's dark magic was pushed back and the villagers were saved. And as the dust settled, Chiamaka and the old man stood victorious. Neoma was nowhere to be seen, and Chiamaka was freed from her spell. The villagers were so happy, hailing her, praising Chiamaka and the old man as heroes. But Chiamaka knew the true hero was the old man who had guided her and her journey and helped her to break Neoma's spell. And as Chiamaka, she was taken in by the villagers who nursed her back to her health. She was ashamed of what she had done, but she was grateful for Neka and the old man for saving her. The village of Umueze were forever changed by the events of the day. The villagers learned a valuable lesson about the dangers of seeking dark powers beyond and beauty at any cost. And Chiamaka, the brave and determined girl who saved the village, was hailed as a hero. She continued to live in the village, using her powers to help those in need. But the story of Chiamaka and Neoma did not end there. There were those who said that Neoma was not really defeated, that she simply vanished and disappeared, but she's going to come back, whispering that she will soon return one day, seeking to revenge the village of what they did to her. And so the villagers remained careful, knowing that they had to prepare for whatever danger lays ahead. But for now, they will rest easy, knowing that they were safe, and thanks to the bravery of Chiamaka. But still at that, they were afraid that one day something sinister and scary is going to happen. This story is going to continue in part 2. If you like to get more, click on the subscribe button and like this video and comment. Let us know how you like the story to end. Thanks for watching.